Hello everyone, for this 7-week project, I decided to track my runs. I used my Garmin watch to record my activities, and I put the data in a 7-week table, which you will see later. The goal for each week was to run at least 10 miles with a maximum of 25 miles per week. I have been running for a little over a year because I find it relaxing and a great way to improve my physical and mental health. Additionally, I run to inspire people, especially my families and friends. In this assignment, you will see my data from May 12 to June 28. As you can see, this is the data that I got from my watch. I ran 3 days in weeks 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. Weeks 3 and 4 were 4 days. The least amount of miles was from week 2, which was 12.35 miles. The most amount of miles were from weeks 4 and 7, which is 24.22 miles. Also, as you can see, most of my runs are 1 to 3 days apart. This is because I didn't want to incur injuries due to overtraining. I also want to give my bones and muscles time to heal for them to become stronger and more efficient on my next runs. But for some days, like for example, May 15 and May 16 in week 1, I did run consecutively due to knowing my limits or capabilities and not running fast on both days. Because running fast results into lactic acid buildup, which is the cause of muscle cramps. Runners take days off when their muscles are too sore or stiff to move due to lactic acid buildup. For the next slide, this is a line graph of my running activities. As you can see, I had 1.24 mile as my lowest mile in May 29. It was raining that day, so I had to stop. Unfortunately, I did resume the following day on May 30th, which is a good thing. My top two was from June 16 and June 23rd. In June 16, I had a 6.2 mile event in Lorton to celebrate Father's Day and my 1 year of running. Later on the same day, I did a couple more miles as a recovery run, which added up to 10.7 miles overall. So on June 23rd, I ran for 14.37 miles in the Washington and Old Dominion Trail, just a little over half marathon as part of my long run. The weather was too hot that day, and I didn't bring enough fluids, which made the run not so fun. Nevertheless, I was happy because that was my longest distance so far. Anyways, it looks like I ran more miles in the second half of this 7-week plan. So the result mean a lot for me. It shows that improvements happen through consistency. There is no shortcut. It takes time and patience to see the results of my progress. In terms of planning, I didn't have a set of distance or time on my 7-week plan, which is why my weekly mileage is not the most consistent. For example, in week 3, I had 14.87 miles. The following week, week 4, it was 24.22 miles, which was a huge leap. And then the week after, it was 12.35 miles. So a huge drop. Now, to improve on this, I could have set specific goal on each session or week to lower the risk of injury, because a not gradual increase of weekly mileage is just asking for injury. Despite the not so organized 7-week plan, I still consider this project as a success because I get the opportunity to get out of my home and do what I like. I have been running and tracking my mileage again for a little over a year, and I am very proud of what I am able to do. Just to go over my strategies, I had 3 pairs of running shoes, a belt bag for my water and phone, and a running watch. The reason I had 3 pairs of shoes was because I was already tracking my mileage since June of 2023. I decided to invest on my running, and it was the best decision in order to encourage myself to run consistently. Also, having 3 pairs gives the foam of these shoes more time to decompress, resulting to a lower risk of injury and higher shoe durability. As for my diet, I almost always eat peanut butter, bread, oatmeal, milk, banana, and orange before my runs. Anything that is carb focused because they are very easy to digest for energy use, unlike fatty foods which doesn't sit well on my stomach, especially when I'm running or doing low to moderate physical activities. After my runs, basically I eat anything including chicken, beef, pork, vegetables, fruits, or just about anything. Of course, for the sake of being healthy, I try to diversify my food choice because based on my experience, I am not able to outrun a bad diet. For my next strategy, I sleep at least 8 hours. If I don't sleep enough for my runs, my body exerts more effort than it should. For example, my heart rate per minute would be a few beats higher with little sleep, even with little running effort. Lastly, except for June 23rd, all of my runs were done after 7 p.m. or in shaded trails just to avoid the summer heat. Running in the heat is not a very pleasant experience. It causes dehydration and the body to work harder. So for my advice, just to end my presentation, I advise the students who are taking this personal change project to choose something that is or that they like and simply track their progress. Nothing is better than seeing yourself grow over time through data. In 2023, I started to track my runs. My pace has gotten faster with lesser effort, and my runs have been smoother and fun, and more fun with little to no soreness. I couldn't be more proud of the progress. Lastly, plan and commit yourself to the activity or nutrition. If things don't go your way, it's alright. The fact that you are choosing to work on something is enough of a reason to be proud of yourself. Some of my runs didn't have motivation, which felt forced at times, but I'm still happy because I did my physical and mental health a huge favor. I also inspire my families and friends by sharing them activities, which is a good reason to keep me going. And that's all, everyone, and thank you.